Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! Seconds from game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead! Behind the screen, Harper got a piece of it, it comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship. Tying run at second, 2 out, Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it, and to the middle of the 15, to the 20, breaks free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5.
He will glove it to Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. Watching us on our YouTube channel. Excellent. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, guys. Go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button. But also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now you can also tweet the show. Tweet us at Sports Zone Shy, that's CHI, at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online, want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I tried to do. Try to make it nice and easy for you folks. Try to make it all one handle, but I got some damn hackers who were screwing around and got me. Got my Facebook account, but you can still go to Shawn.Sierra.2025. I'm hoping to get it back in the next few days. On Twitter, I'm at ShawnSierra33. But on Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok, I'm at the Shawn Sierra. Listen, I got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here on the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around, and that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Let me check the chat, because the chat is jumping. A lot of shit talking a bit started off already, and I know it. Hey. Black Diamond says, ahem. Hey, you got one more game, baby. You got one more game before you can talk all that ish. You got one more game. Because if not, you would just take two or three at home. We took 2 or 3 at home. It'd be a wash. And the fact that it took you to extras. The fact that it took you to extras. And the last at bat yesterday, let you know. Anyway, Black Diamond. Anyway, Cornelius Call, top of the morning, Shawn Sports Zones replying. Fucking Steve-O. Security! Get the guy out of the studio. Oh, man. Oh, man, Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. is in the house. What's up, buddy? Thanks, compa. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Stop this nonsense. What do you got, St. Rita colors? Go, Rita, go. I love it. Although our St. Rita's blue is a lot more navy than that, but that's all right. Yeah, Junior sent me what did he send me? He sent me Wrigley, or whatever the fuck your stupid Bear's name is. Sent me him flying the flag. What else? Let me see. Yeah. Wrigley flying a flag, and he said, I'm going to enjoy tomorrow's show. Oh, Steve-O said it's not Wrigley, it's Clark. Oh, sorry. I can't give a damn. Stupid ass mascot. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. But Sean Walls in the house. What's up on a hump day? These effort losses at the end is frustrating the hell out of me, SuperBack. Yeah, they are. They are. Okay? They're frustrating as all get out. They really are. I think Will Venable made a mistake yesterday putting Hagen Smith in there. I think that moment was too big for him, personally. I think it was just too big for him. The kid's young. I know it was lefty on lefty with PCA. But yeah. I don't know. I just think it was a bad move 2 days ago for the walk-off. Max Fighter, what's up, bro? Hey, what's all the talk about? The bears in the sky, that's what we're talking about. Roberto, what's up, bro? I appreciate it. Let's see. So you don't even come in and say hi anymore, huh? Now you're just talking shit, huh, Levette? Happy hump day, y'all. Go Cubs, go FGB. And then she goes on and say, hey, Primo, to her cousin, to Junior. Hey, Diamond. Cornelius. Michonne. She even say hello to the Sox fans. She don't say no hello to me, huh? Okay. It's like go Cubs, no. Man, you can't even say hello to me, huh? Okay. I see how you playing. I see how you be acting. Okay. Yeah. We took you to extra. Hey, if you've been following the show, which you obviously haven't, I said it in the beginning of the year. I said it in the middle of the season, and I'll say it now. 1 through 9, the Cubs are a much better team than the White Sox, talent-wise. Never denied it, never shied away from it, never sugarcoated it, nothing. The Cubs are a much better team, 1 through 9, than the White Sox. All right, you got some high-paid players. Yay. All right, you got Dansby Swanson. You just signed Alex Bregman. You have Seiya Suzuki. Okay, then you got guys who can really rake. Ian Happ, Gold Glover. Nico Horner, Gold Glover. Michael Bush, big-time power hitter. All right, there's not an easy out in the Cubs lineup 1 through 9. I said that from Jump Street, from spring training, and I'll say it today until the end of the season. There's not an easy out in that lineup. So to take a team who is built for a World Series run, take them to extras is impressive. To really go down to the last bottom of the 9th, it's impressive. Cubs made some plays in the White Sox that screwed up the Cubs made some plays the White Sox didn't. All right? What did our old uncle Hawk Harrelson used to tell us? Walks after the 7th inning will flat kill you. Brazoban came in and walked 2 guys. Like, dude, what the hell is up with this Brazoban guy? Like, you can't walk the Cubs. You just can't. Because not only do they have a lot of pop, they got a lot of guys who can steal bases. And if those power hitters can't steal bases, they got guys on the bench who can steal bases, which is what they did. They switched out Bregman. So you can't keep walking people, especially after the 7th inning. Hawk told us a million times. Walks after the 7th inning will flat kill you, and it did. And it did. because that should have been the game tying run in the ninth, but we walked 2 in the eighth. Come on, man. So it's not my retort. You guys are a really good team. You're a World Series contending team until your pitching staff got ravaged. And the White Sox, we're trying to find our way. We're trying to find our way. We're trying to get in the process of winning. Oh, now 9:31. Now she's like, "Sup, Shawn?" "Sup, Levette?" She's like, "Sorry, I was saving the best for last. I knew you'd be upset today." Good save, Levette. Good save. Got you. Give me some love. Good save. Oh man. Hey, Roberto, I'm just messing with you, Papa. I appreciate it. But I don't sugarcoat it, bro. I don't sugarcoat it. The fact that the White Sox are doing well, okay, they had both games. They had both games, but you don't let good teams, and the Cubs are a good team despite their pitching staff being ravaged. You don't let good teams off the hook. And you don't give them extra outs. You don't do it. And the White Sox did. And they're doing this. They've had ups and downs because they're young. There's been games where the Sox did not let someone off the hook. They came in bottom of the ninth, 1, 2, 3, done. What really hurt us was the rain out. Grant Taylor was coming in throwing that smoke. Grant Taylor's coming in, and that hour and a half rain delay because they couldn't get it. I guess they looked at the schedule. There's really no other days that matched up for the Cubs and Sox to play again, so they had to get it in yesterday. So they sat it out, and Grant Taylor was in, and he couldn't go back out after an hour and a half. It could have been a different game, but it wasn't. I'll give you the credit. Hats off to you guys. You're a better team. You did what you're supposed to do with the opportunities that we gave you. You took advantage of them. That's what good teams do. That's what good teams do. And now we have one game to salvage. My good guys got one game to salvage this series. Today at 1:20. So it has been a great game, and I agree with you, Roberto. I agree with you. He says, honestly, it's great. Finally, both teams are winning. It is. And if that wasn't playoff baseball the last 2 days, I don't know what the hell is. I don't know what the hell is playoff baseball. Then if those two games weren't playoff baseball, and there's no such thing as playoff baseball. The electricity. I had a whole bunch of friends. My buddy had an outing for Monday's game. Actually, another one on Tuesday's game. The electricity. You could see it on social media and on TV. You can feel it. I can imagine what it was like in a stadium. The electricity, the energy. Was playoff baseball level. Deep in the playoffs baseball level. Because from the north side and the south towards each other. And we're talking NLCS, Championship Series level to World Series level. Probably not World Series level, but Championship Series level was where these two games, first two games have been. The intensity, the energy, the excitement. Not a single seat in the house. Standing room only. That feels good. That's how it should be here in Chicago. That's how it should be here in Chicago when we play each other because we both act like big market teams. The Cubs haven't stopped acting like a big market team since Jed and Theo got here. I know Theo's not here anymore, but Jed's still running the show. But the White Sox have always acted like a small market team. Start spending on players, get good pitchers, get good hitters, Get great players. Spend. You see freaking the Sox are getting 28, 30,000 people on a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday at Sox Park. That's unheard of. That's unheard of in my lifetime. It took about until this time in 2005 for Sox to start selling 25 plus. People are like, oh shit. In the first half of the All-Star break still? Maybe in the first place all year? All right, let me start going. So it's good. It's finally good to see my Southside stand up. And Chris Getz, hats off to you, sir. Hats off to you. After being a harsh critic of yours, you have turned things around. But the criticism was warranted due to the lack of development when you were in charge of the minor leagues. I thought it'd be much of the same. Well, guess what? I was wrong. I got no problem saying I'm wrong. I'm not always right. Just most of the time. Just most of the time. You've turned this organization around. You got the right guy in it. The only thing we need will be Ozzie and Dusty Baker, or Ozzie and Joe Madden. That'd be the only thing we need. Two eccentric managers. That'd be the buttermilk icing on the cake. The buttermilk icing on the cakes. That's what that would be. But you know what? We don't need that. You know why? Because we got great baseball. We got great baseball. All the big money hitters, or the big money players, are making plays. PCA. You saw the thumbnail. You saw the thumbnail. Okay? You saw it. This guy is special. This guy is something special. Damn, that kid is special. He's 24 years old. What the fuck? 24. That dude has not even hit his prime yet. Has not even hit his prime. It's going to be a problem for a lot of teams. You're lucky. You're great move by Jed to sign his ass. Because he's going to be in a $40 to $50 million range if he continues this trajectory. If he continues this way, this kid's going to be something. Wow. It's only a 6-year, $115 million deal. It's not even $20 million a year. It's not even $20 million a year. It's 19. No, 19. 19. 19 plus a year. He's not even averaging $20 million a year. It runs through the 2032 season. And he's going to be hit. Jed, the more I look at it, hats off to you. A great signing, great extension. And people get confused like, wow, it's 150 years. To real people. But in baseball terms, it's not. And you know what really shows how great of it, you knew about this kid. And after having him in your organization, you knew what he could do. You saw what he could do. He was in the MVP race for a long time last year. If he continued to build on that, because he's going to be making, that dude's going to be making, telling you, 30, 40 mil a year coming up. You got him through his prime, through 32. That's 6 seasons. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. He'll be 30 when that contract's up. No, actually 31. I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. Oh, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. No. Yeah, he'll be 30 when the contract's up. You have him locked in prime, not even $20 million a year in his prime. That's a great general manager. Not even $20 million a year, and this guy's going 30 for 30. Second year in a row. 30-30 club. This dude's pushing 40-40. He might be the first dude to go be the... Let me see something. Here's what I want. Give me the years. Here's the 40-40 club. Jose Canseco, 1988. 42 homers, 40 stolen bases. Barry Bonds, 1996. 42 home runs, 40 stolen bases. This is the young Barry Bonds. Alex Rodriguez, 1998. 2 years later. 42 home runs, 46 stolen bases. Alfonso Soriano, Washington Nationals, 2006. 46 home runs, 41 stolen bases. Ronald Acuna Jr., 2023. 41 home runs, 73 stolen bases. He's the first person to reach 40-70 in a season. Shohei Ohtani, in 24, 54 home runs, 59 stolen bases. He's the only member of the 50-50 club. One, two, three, four, five, 6 people. They've only done it once. PCA is on a trajectory to do it multiple times. Multiple times. The kid's 24. He's not going to lose his speed until he's about 30, 31, 32. So you know there's going to be a problem on the base paths. Cornelius says, how in the boop was Jed able to get PCA? Did I take back everything I said about you? Hey, PCA wasn't a highly touted prospect. You traded him for Javi Baez, remember? From the Mets. I just dropped my cap from the water. I got it. That's how you got him. One eccentric Mother Hubbard for another eccentric Mother Hubbard. That's crazy. But my good guys, I am more than happy with where they're at. I'm more than happy. All right. I wish Miguel Vargas would have stepped up a little more. But Cubs pitching has been good. Munetaka Murakami stepped up big time. Miguel Vargas had a nice home run game 1. Colson Montgomery, Tristan Peters. This is a well put together team. I think they have, again, I'll say it again about my White Sox. Their talents haven't blossomed yet, but there's a lot of talent in there. There's a lot of talent in that lineup. And there's a couple guys in that lineup that you need. The grinders who do whatever. You got the Chase Maidrovs. You got the Sandman Tanachis. Give me those 2 guys on any team. Any team would want them. You saw the diving play at the end. Saved a run. It's the 7th or 8th inning. Roberto says, my father is a Sox fan, taking him to his first Sox game in 40 years next month. Dude, that's dope. So last Sox game he was at Comiskey, huh? That's dope. Go on to Tuesday. $5 menu. $5 menu on Tuesday. Make it cheaper. If you're gonna be drinking beer, $5 Modelos, $5 hot dogs and Polish sausages, $5 slices of pizza, $5 shit. And damn. Here you go. I'm gonna look it up. I couldn't remember it. Let me see something, because I might have $5 Tuesday White Sox. Here we go. Here we go. $5 Miller Lights or Modelos, $5 hot dogs or Polish sausages, $5 beggar slices of pizza, $5 Garrett popcorn, $5 nachos, or $5 bottles of pop. Save you a little money because that shit's expensive as a mother hubber, bro. Junior, you're right. It's weird that not all the buzz on both sides of town isn't all Bears. That is very weird. That's something that hasn't happened in this town in a long time, if ever. Because the key phrase is both sides of town. Because Sox fans, we're always looking forward to, all the buzz has always been on the Bears for the last how many years? Cub fans, you've had a little more opportunity to focus more on the Cubs and not so much on the Bears until here. Roberto says, Tuesday it is. I ain't mad at you, dog. Hey, nothing like, hey, I'll spend $5 over $9 on nachos. That'll be good, bro. Father-son time. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. But I'm excited for today's game, man. You know what? Even if the Sox get swept, there'll still be 3 games, only 3 games back, because the Sox are 4 games up right now, which is dope. So let me double check that. They said it last night, and I don't know if they had looked at it had to be because we were late. That game got over late. So all the other games unless they're playing on the West Coast, all the other games had to have happened already. White Sox are 4 games up. Okay. We're just learning. We are further along than anybody on either side of town thought we would be. And I'm okay with it. But again, it still comes with its ups and downs and its learning curves, and it just is what it is, man. But here's what we're gonna do. Let's get a crack a lack. Let's do top of the morning topics. We're gonna talk. You know what? We're gonna talk a little Bears real quick. No, what do you want to do? Because at 10 o'clock, my man Emilio Bucks is gonna come on. We're gonna talk more baseball. We're gonna talk more Sox and Cubs. So let's get a crack a lack in. Let's get this first segment out of the way, because the first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
First top of the morning topic. Only go one place. I'll even use this one Steve-O put up there. The Cubs flyer. Cubs walk off the White Sox for the second night in a row after a 4-3 victory. Eric Fetty, for my good. He wasn't. And let me not. Don't even get me started on that starting bullshit. He came in the second inning. He got no decision. 4 2/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, 5 Ks. Munetaka Murakami, 1 for 4 with a homer, his 19th, driving in his 58th. Tristan Peters, 2 for 4 with a double, his 25th, driving in his 43rd. Drew Romo, still on the RBI train. He was 1 for 3 yesterday with his 16th of the season. Now, as far as the Cubbies, Kevin Gausman, he started the game. He got a no decision. He went 4 1/3, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 free passes, 5 punch outs. PCA just did PCA things. 1 for 3 with another leadoff home run. Like, Lord have mercy, we can't keep giving this dude gopher balls. He had his 31st home run of the season because he had his 30th the night before on the walk-off, driving in his 79th RBI of the year. Michael Busch was 1 for 3, his 15th homer of the season, driving in his 64th run of the year. Alex Bregman, second and third runs of the season. He drove in the tying run in the 8th, game-winning run in the 9th. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch is all I can say. That's all I can say. Man. So the next topic is the White Sox look to avoid a sweep today as they take on the Cubs at Wrigley. First pitch is at 1:20 p.m. Central. All right, you can catch that game on either CHSN or the Marquee Network, or depending on your allegiance, you can listen to it on their flagship stations, ESPN 1000, 1000 AM for the and 104.3 FM for the Cub fans. The probables for today's game, I don't know if the White Sox have declared their who they're pitching today, but it's a TBD. Let me double check because it wasn't when I started the show. I hadn't found it yet. Sean Newcomb. I'm sorry, they did. Sean Newcomb. Sean Newcomb's on a bump for the Southsiders. He's an opener. And can I tell you how much I hate this stupid fucking opener thing? Can I just tell you? Why? Why do you have an opener? Why do you have an opener? You know why? Because you don't trust your pitching staff. That's it. That's why you have an opener. I can't stand it. Listen, if you're a starter, I'd be offended if you said I'm bringing in an opener. For what? Don't get you done got me started already. This one's from my man Rick Gonzalez, who hasn't checked in yet, but that's okay. Next top of the morning topic: the Sky. The Sky beat the New York Liberty 93-86. Hold on, is my man in the chat? Roberto, take care, Papa. Thank you for tuning in for a little bit. I appreciate it. No, I haven't seen King Booker World yet. Yeah, I haven't seen King Booker World yet. Okay. New York Liberty 93-86. Natasha Cloud, have a day, young lady. Have a day. 35 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists for the young lady. Camila Cardoso. Listen, I don't know what King Booker World said to his future ex-wife. What kind of loving he gave her. But God bless us. Camila Cardoso, 17 points, 12 rebounds. That's what I'm talking about, young lady. Talking about. You give me 17 and 12, make it 20 and 10. But 17 and 12, that's a hell of a day at the office for Camila Cardoso. That's what we're talking about, Ma. Keep it up. Keep it up. Let's see real quick. She was a force down low. 17 points, 12 rebounds. Come on, man. That's what we need. Ma, you're 6'7". You're 6'7". You're bigger than most WNBA players. You got a big ass, big thighs, big ass. Use it. Get chicks out of the way. Get women out of the way. Create space down there. Grab the rebounds. You know, I just expect so much more of her. You have the ability. You have the physique. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have the physique. You're tall. You're 6'9" or 6'7". With big hips, big ass, big thighs, strong woman. Get these other skinny girls out of the way. And you trim down, so you know what that tells me? You've been in the weight room. So not only do you have big thighs, big hips, big ass, you got stronger thighs, hips, and ass. Get these smaller chicks who don't have as much meat on them, get them out of the way. Get the skinny asses out of the way. Camila Cardoso has got to do much better. She has been doing the last couple of games, and I'm impressed. But man, 6'7", with a strong lower body. Come on, man. Get these chicks out of the way. Boop. Boop. Give them that hip check. Give them that hip check. You ain't got enough meat for this Brazilian bombshell. Boop. A good game for Camila Cardoso. 17 points, 12 rebounds. The Sky beat the New York Liberty 93-86. And the last top of the morning topic, the Bears. They signed D-end Marcus Davenport. Played in Detroit last year, but he's a Dennis Allen guy. He's a very productive defensive end when he's healthy. Last couple of seasons, he hasn't been healthy, but when he played for Dennis Allen, this is obviously a Dennis Allen guy. And if he's healthy, we have a couple people. This is another person who, when healthy, or if they're healthy, we expect to get back to maybe not their prime days, but pretty close. Grady Jarrett's another one. Dio Dengbo. Well, we're not looking for Dio to get to his prime. We're looking for him to establish a prime and break out. But Marcus Davenport is a guy that we're looking to kind of shore that up, that defensive end position up. So we're going to see. And also, Kyle Monangai in other Bears news. Kyle Monangai has a hyperextended knee. So we'll see how that plays out. Listen, we're going to take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we're going to welcome my mans in them. You know, there's only a couple guys that I use my mans in them. Emilio, Kenneth, Glenn. It's my mans in them. We're talking a little White Sox. We're talking a little more crosstown baseball with my man Emilio Bucks. All right, so don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago.
Operator 901, where's the emergency?
127 Brynmere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushrooms.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency
Do you
line.
know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Okay, is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying,
the lefty is ready. High fly ball, right field. That one's back at the wall, and gone! Oh, brother! He floats around the bases. PCA. A leadoff home run, and it is 1-0.
Pretty good chance Will Venable chose.
Line drive, base hit center field. Here comes Kelly. Here's the throw to the plate. And Carson is in. And the Cubs take round 2. 4-3. They walk it off in the bottom of the ninth. And the ninth belongs to Bregman.
Yeah, he wins it. Bregmania, alive and well on the north side of Chicago.
Welcome back to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of the Marquee Network. Was that water they're throwing on them? Was that KY jelly they're sprinkling? I'm not sure, but it's who knows. But anyway, those were your Cub fans with another victory yesterday. Took the first 2. I got a quick question. Why was Kevin Gossman's thumb cramping up? What is he doing with his thumb that it's cramping up? It's not even his pitching hand. The hell's his thumb cramping up twice for? That's why he came out of the game. Where's that thing going on off days in Boys Town? What? Never mind. Sorry. I've never seen that before in my life. And I've been going to baseball games since I was 5 years old. For 50 years of my life, I've never seen my glove thumb is cramping. What? What's wrong with you freak shows? I'm not saying, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyway, I'm just making an observation. Your the thumb on your glove hand is cramping. Anyway, let's not waste any more time. Our first guest today, like I said, my man's in them. I'm excited to talk baseball. Because it's good baseball. It's playoff baseball. He is the host of the Plunked podcast, 2 cities, 2 teams, 1 city, excuse me. He also is the host of the Bullspit podcast on the Chicago Clubhouse Network. Find him on Twitter at ebucks75. Let's bring him in. Emilio Bucks. What up, Papa? What are you doing?
Yo, what's going on, brother? Hey, man, I'm not touching that one.
How you get a cramp in your glove hand?
I am not touching that one. I've never seen anything like that before.
And you've seen a lot. I've seen a lot.
Never heard. I've never heard of a thumb cramp.
Not on a baseball player.
Yeah.
I can see, like I've actually had it because, I'm lifting weights and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I've had a bit of, like almost carpal tunnel. Yeah. But I've never seen it in sports, I don't think.
What kind of action is your thumb getting at? Just saying it. It's a question.
Comment.
Oh, man.
We at the On The Go podcast, we support all lives and all lifestyles.
I do too. I'm just saying, what are you doing? Oh, man.
Save it for the off season. I got you.
Yeah, you should. You should.
But wow, man, watching that.
Let's get to yesterday's
that
game.
Ending made me sick, man, and it was even worse just watching the replay from the Marquee Network with the Cubs announcers. Yeah.
And you notice
disappointing loss.
So Steve-O puts the PCA homer. He puts all, obviously my producer puts the clips together. So and he's a Cub fan. He's one of those people. He's a hand holder at the trough. He's one of those guys, all right? Right? And so he put the PCA homer, then he hit the Bregman game winner, and then the celebration after. I'm like, yeah, that celebration went a little longer than necessary, Steve-O.
Sabotaging our socks segment.
I'm saying.
All good. What up, Steve-O?
But so talk to me about that. You know what? It's finally good to have meaningful baseball for us, and I mean Sox fans, this late in the year. I mean, shit, we're going into September, bro. We're middle of August. Man, talk about how that feels for you as a Sox fan. Finally, meaningful baseball for us in mid to late August.
Man, it feels great. As you know, and as I know about you, we've been following. We were following closely these last 2 years, these last 3 years, all three of those 100 loss seasons. Guys like you and I were still at the ballpark. We're still podcasting, talking about this team.
Yep.
When they were losing 100, and then when they lost 121, we were still fans. We were still invested.
Yeah.
So for this turnaround to happen, I feel like we as fans, as media members, we deserve this too. Because we didn't run and hide from the team when they were the worst team in history ever. Mm-hmm. We were still right there. I wasn't at the ballpark, but we were still there. I think I did go to the ballpark.
We did. Year. Me and you. It was me, you, and Ken. Me and Ken.
So
and that goes to show how loyal we are. And
so I love what I'm seeing now because I felt like it was truly earned. We didn't abandon the team in the toughest of times. So yeah, man, it feels great. And baseball is a crazy sport. There's no guarantee we'll be back here next year in this same position. So I'm enjoying the hell out of this, brother.
Ask the 06 White Sox.
For sure.
Or the 2017, 2018, 2019 Cubs. Ask them.
Yep. No guarantee.
So I agree. I love it. I'm fired up about it. Let's talk about the X's and O's of yesterday. The first two games.
Well,
talk about this kid. You know how I feel about Cubs and most of their fan base. God damn, this kid is special, bro. God damn, this kid is freaking. And dude, he's just turned 24. He's entering his prime. Yeah. Talk about how special this freaking kid is, man. Holy cow.
Well, I can't say enough good things about Pete Crow Armstrong. I mean, he is everything he's advertised to be. You know, it's like, what do you do with him in the leadoff spot? He's put us in the hole in the first inning on consecutive nights. And then he's not even a guy like, you know, you could just easily try to pitch around Otani or Barry Bonds back in the day. But if you put him on first, he's going to cause havoc for you.
He'll end up at third.
He got and make pitching to the next guy more problematic because he's running havoc on the base paths. And then, I mean, the guy's leather in the outfield is second to none.
Well, he didn't have that slip up yesterday. I was like, what?
Oh yeah. I mean,
He
everybody
didn't pick up the ball. Like, that's probably the worst. That's the worst thing I've ever seen him do in the outfield.
Yeah,
he just kind of.
I mean, he had his moments even after the last Sox series where he, you know, wasn't hitting for a minute, and then he let a ball get past him. You know what I mean? It happens to the best.
Yeah, you're right. That was
what I mean. But man, this guy is something else. Wish he was on the South Side. The Mets got to be kicking themselves. 2 months of Javi Baez. 2 months of at the time declining Javi Baez.
Yeah.
For Pete Crow Armstrong.
That if this can, you know what I said. This guy, he still has a legitimate shot at the 40-40 club.
Yeah.
And I just went through earlier in the show. I just went through the list, and no one's done it twice. I said this guy isn't even in his prime yet, and he has a great chance to hit the 40-40 club right before his prime. So you mean to tell me he's not going to get the 40-40 club again? I think this kid is. And this kid, and the cool part that I love about it is I love that he's enjoying the game like a kid.
Yeah.
Like, you don't see him putting a lot of pressure on himself. Okay? He's out there, and when he was struggling, he was. But then I don't know who got into his head or who said, hey, stop playing around. Go have fun. Don't worry about the money. Don't worry about the press. Don't worry about the fans. Just go play ball. I know someone had to talk to him because, you know, after that, it was about a week stretch after the Sox series on the South Side where he was all bummed about it. And that could have just been him because, you know, he said he was raised better than that and he shouldn't have gone off on that lady like that or whatever. And I think after that come to Jesus moment, that dude is just taken off. And he's just – to watch him plays with the exuberance of a kid, and that's what baseball is about.
Well, you know, he did come into the season with a lot of expectations, got a contract extension, and again, was only 23 at the time, you know, at the beginning of the season. So, yeah, and he's got a lot of growing up to do. You know what I mean? He's you know, as at our age, we know how young a 23, 24-year-old is. At the time, we thought we were like grown men, but
he's going out of pants.
No.
Definitely
not. No. Definitely not. Still a kid with a lot of money, a lot of responsibility, a lot of pressure. And I think, you know, we spoke about this a while ago, or I spoke about this on our podcast. You know, he just needed to kind of slow things down, kind of slow the game down, let it come to him, not try as hard, just play like you say. He plays like a kid with this reckless abandonment. No one is as hard on him as he is on himself. You know, that's just part of what makes him tick. That's part of how his motor is constructed. So, you know, I don't even mind that, you know what I mean? As long as he doesn't hurt himself being too hard on himself, you know what I mean? Broke his hand or something, you know. But I, you know, hey, what can you say? You know, he's on the wrong side of town, but
damn sure is, man. Damn sure is. How far do you see this Cubs team going? Their pitching staff is ravaged. They got the cavalry's coming. Cavalry's coming, and they're only getting better. They're only getting stronger. And I'm talking about the rotation. With them starting to hit, and with Dansby Swanson out, that hurt him because Dansby was doing his thing. All right, Say I was doing his thing. Bregman's doing his thing. PCA's doing his thing. How far do you see this Cubs team going? Because you still got the Western Evil Empire over there, the Dodgers.
Well, a couple of things I'll say about that, and we always said at the beginning of the year when these injuries started happening, we said, okay, better they happen now than in September, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So these guys who were injured, important guys like Ben Brown, that are coming back, Daniel Palencia, who are coming back, they're coming back at the right time. And as we know, Shawn, it's not always the best team that wins the World Series. It's the healthiest
Bingo.
and the hottest team. And you can, those go kind of hand in hand. The Cubs getting healthy at this time, and they're going to have to shed a couple of their current pitchers, just to make room for some of the guys. That's kind of a good problem that they have. And I see the Cubs getting healthy at the right time. The bats are getting hot at the right time. And sky is the limit. Again, it's not always the best. Like the Evil Empire, the Dodgers came within 1 out of losing the World Series last year. So, we can't just say they're running away with it per se either. You know what I mean? And trying to win it 3 years in a row is almost impossible. You know what I mean? So the time is now for the Cubs. They still got to deal with Milwaukee at some point in the playoff run. You know what I mean? Who's going to be a very tough out as well.
Another group, another team. Who's up there, dude? There's 4 people I know.
How do they keep doing it?
There's 4 people I know on that damn team. It's the Miz. It's Andrew Vaughn because he played for us.
Vaughn, and you know why you know him?
Yeah, because he played for us. We got the Contreras guy, Wilson's brother, and Belich. That's the only 4 I know. They got the best record in baseball.
Yeah, and I mean, I can't name outside of who's the guy hitting all the home runs for Tampa. I can't name anybody on their team.
Damn, I don't even know who it is.
yeah. Junior Caminero, right? Isn't Junior Caminero on Tampa? I don't know anybody else on that team. A lot of teams, just a lot of organizations getting it done. But back to what we were talking about with the Cubs, man. I think the time is now. They are in win now, not just because of the contracts they have, but it's because they are legitimately in the zone and they're getting better. Their trajectory is moving upward with the health of their pitching improving. So time is now for the Cubbies.
Yeah, it is. Let's go over to the South side. One thing that I said all year is I said I think the Cubs have a better team than the White Sox. Talent, man for man, talent for talent. They're a better team. But I also said that a lot of the talent on the White Sox hasn't blossomed yet. Because that could be a different conversation in 27, 28, 29. But right now, Miguel Vargas is just starting to bloom. Literally just starting to bloom. Okay? Munetake, just getting his legs. A hell of a start. Now we got to see if he can build off of that next year. Because there could be a slump. Now you're going to have a whole bunch of tape on him. Okay? But then you got Colson Montgomery. You have I love me some Chase Mydroff and Sam Antonacci. Those are the guys every single team needs. Those types of guys. Benintendi with his Benny bombs at key points. Our boys are doing well. Where do you think this ride stops for us this year?
I'm not sure where the ride will stop, but it will stop. And I think it'll definitely be because of the lack of starting pitching in our rotation right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the kind of the obvious chink in the armor, so to speak, for this team. But hey, it kind of, a lot of it depends on what we get back with Davis Martin returning. I tried not to be concerned at first, but I am very much concerned with what's going on with Davis Martin. I like that they, he's got a blister or something, whatever it is, they pulled him for a few starts.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Whatever it was, blister, whatever. Yes, he needed a stint on the IL, just to maybe get some rest. You got to remember he's career highs in innings pitched, like
Right.
by far this year.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be that's really we would look to him to be our game one starter going into a playoff series, but now you may look to what's his
Sean Burke.
name?
Sean Burke.
Sean Burke
I didn't get
can
that.
be a number one.
Could you try again?
Well, I didn't say anything to you, Siri, so shut up.
Your ass.
Well, I'm talking to you. Yeah.
Well, you got something to say, damn it.
I think we can get through a playoff series mainly if we hold on to the division and can get a bye in that first wild card round, if possible. I think the time off would help us, would give us a shot in that series. But even if we play the first series, the wild card round, I think we can make it through that. So I think we're good for a series.
Okay. If the Sox do not win the division, is it a failure of a season?
There's nothing that could happen at this point that would, barring like, how many games are left?
37. Hold on.
37.
I just had it and then I couldn't remember.
Barring an offer, you know what I mean? I don't think there's anything that could cause this season to be looked at as a failure at this point. The expectations have been exceeded by so much. On August 19th. We're here 3.5, 4.5, whatever games in first place, and I have had first place for over a month now. There's nothing that could call this season a failure at this point. There's nothing that's going to happen in this last few weeks it would have to be an epic meltdown, and even then you would still say, but they had a hell of a run that nobody expected. So
even if they
is a success.
Even if they don't win the division, and they don't, don't make the playoffs. Wouldn't your, I know we have expectations at the beginning of the year, but as the season goes on, shouldn't our expectations change? Shouldn't they be fluid and roll with the times?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
But I think there may be a difference between disappointment and failure, right?
Okay. Two different words, two different meanings.
Right. Like we could be very disappointed at what would be an epic collapse. But I still wouldn't call it a failure just because of what has been done with this group of no names, like all super young guys. You know what I mean? Like the most well-known name going into the season was still Andrew Benintendi, I think.
Yeah, I would say that.
Because Murakami was not on anyone's radar like that.
20-some other teams passed on him.
Yeah. So the fact that this team, that Will Venable has done what he's done with this group of guys, this group of young guys, I think it's a success. I don't think there's anything that could happen that would It could be less of a success if they don't make the playoffs, but still a success. It could be disappointing if they don't make the playoffs, but still a successful season of development, of exceeding expectations.
Okay. I think I would be disappointed. I wouldn't call it a failure. I would be highly disappointed.
Highly.
I'd be mad as a mug.
I'm going to be disappointed if they don't win the World Series. And I don't think they're going to win the World Series. So whenever it happens, I'm going to be disappointed for sure.
We have this guy named Munetake Murakami. How good do you think this guy? We had a couple guys. Mooney, Colson, and Miguel Vargas. Is that a good enough base and core to build around? Because we got to forget, we got Sam. Or we can even let me just throw the core in there. So those are three big boppers. All right, every team you got to have. You can't, in baseball, you can't just have one guy. Not like basketball, you got one guy you build around. Actually, nowadays it's got to be two. But so those three big core pieces, essential pieces you want to build around. Mooney, Montgomery, Miguel Vargas. Then we got some auxiliary players. You got the Sam Antonacci's, you got the Chase Mydroffs, you got the Braden Montgomerys. All right, we have a lot of young talent. You got the Kyle Teal, if he can ever stay healthy. Edgar Caros. How soon do you see this team gelling and legitimately becoming a World Series contender?
Well, I'll say
health, of course. Staying healthy to the best of their ability.
Of course. I'll say one thing. I still have questions about Colson Montgomery.
Okay.
Whether or not he is our shortstop of the future. Because don't forget, we got a young guy named Rock Chalowski.
A nice little Polish guy on the south side.
Got a guy named Rock Chalowski. He drinks old style and Malort. Yes. Coming up sometime next year after, prospects are suspect until we see some proof, of course. But, Colson's a very streaky hitter. I'd like to see a higher on base for him moving forward. The batting average can be a little deceiving in this time and era, time and age, and batting averages are down all across the league. But, obviously he's got a lot of pop in his bat. But I would like to see a little bit more consistent on base. Maybe just some more walks, perhaps, would do it for me.
Yeah, he swings at a lot of stuff down and in, down and away. A lot of stuff down. And I think that has a lot to do with modern baseball, the launch angle. You want to get everything get underneath the ball and get it up and out. You and I are on the same accord when it comes to Colson Montgomery. It's usually homers, maybe a couple doubles. Otherwise, it's an out. Strikeouts a lot.
Strikeout.
I agree with you. Get a little more patient at the plate. Okay? And I'm not saying he's not patient because he is. It's that low strike, that low pitch is his sweet tooth. Mm-hmm. That's his Achilles heel. It's like, son of me, I can't stop eating them damn little donuts and shit. The 12 in a pack. Why did I buy them? I know I don't need them. I just buy them. I'm just gonna have one or two or three.
It's candy, and you're gonna eat them all.
And that's it. And hit that low pitch. Pitchers know you start at the bottom of the zone, in the strike zone. It tails out. He's swinging, and they get him out. And I don't understand why pitchers continually you throw fastballs, pound it lower third of the strike. They should just pitch the lower third of the strike zone when you're pitched against Colson Montgomery. Strikes
a tall guy,
strikes and breaking balls that dip out of the zone and you have them. You know what I mean? I mean, fastball, strikes and balls, and he'll be won't be as productive. But they don't. And they leave it up. He takes a yard. He had a nice little double yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I would like him to get a little more patient. Talk to me about Miguel Vargas. Your thoughts on him. I like him a lot, but let me get your thoughts on him overall.
Before I go to my boy Vargas, my favorite player, by the way, I want to answer your question real quick. When will the Sox be ready for World Series contention? It depends on when they decide to spend some money on some free agents. If they do it during this offseason, they could be ready next year. Barring any real regression from your main players, it could be as soon as next year. Now, Vargas loved that story. Came over for Michael Kopech. Look at the background. MVP. What is this?
Yeah. I gotta get. Yeah,
Okay.
I had to give love to my scrub fan friends.
Okay, gotcha. I'm sorry, I just noticed that. But came over from Michael Kopech, went from the best team to the worst. Was written all over his face, all in his body language when he 1st came over. His play began to match his body language and became the worst hitter in the league. And then some things started changing for him. I think he woke up ready to start spring training last year saying, okay, this is where I am. Let me get to work. And he got to work, made an adjustment to his swing. You saw the improvement with Miguel last year. That's when I started really keeping my eye on him, was last year.
Especially
when
the
he
second
started
half
hitting,
of last year.
Especially the second half of last year.
Mm-hmm.
And he started really coming in his own, and you started to slowly see that confidence, that he has very quiet confidence.
Yeah.
And you started to see that build last season, and he came in to this season with his eye on the prize, man, and made his first All-Star team. I don't imagine it'll be his only All-Star appearance.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid's nice with the glove, and can play first base. So you're getting the guy with pop. You want you guys in the corners, first and third, to have pop.
Yep.
So you got him on the right, Mune on the other side. I just can't say enough good things about Miguel Vargas. Sky's the limit for this kid. He plays hard. He runs that first base line hard. And he's been kind of an Iron Man. He's been healthy. And yeah, man, I love it. I love what I'm seeing from Vargas.
I do too, and it was a very emotional speech that he gave when it was announced that he was an All-Star, and he talked about how he never thought he'd love playing the game again. Paraphrasing, of course, but he just thought that the love of the game was gone for him. And you see that a lot with athletes. You work so hard to get somewhere. The goal that you want, the thing you've been dreaming about as a kid, you work so hard.
Salute.
And you get there, and it's not what you think. And it's just like anything in life, it's a situation that you're in. You go from the best organization, from the Dodgers, and who knows, that minor league system could have been very difficult on them because maybe you're not the highest rated prospect they have. So maybe they shit on you a little bit because you're not the number 1 overall pick or the top 10 pick or you know what I mean? Or the hottest college kid. And you're just another kid from a third world country, coming over trying to make it. And maybe they don't give you as much love and respect that you think you deserve. Then you come here and you lose 121 games. Dude, that'll do a number. That's a swift kick in the nuts every night. 121 times. 2/3 of the season. I mean, almost
that was brutal to watch. Could you imagine playing in that and losing?
Dude, that's
guys that were there the whole season.
Dude, so I can see that. And then what happened last year when you talked about his confidence, you started winning. and if you didn't win, you came back and made it a game, and I think that's what's really cool. I'm a big fan of Miguel Vargas. I'm a big fan of this team. A lot of the individual players for their own stories, so I'm really happy about that. About the motley crew that we have for the White Sox, because it's a pretty damn good one. As I said, it hasn't really blossomed yet, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till he gets really locked in. All right. Wait till Mooney gets really locked in and he gets really settled as a major league player and all these pitchers. All right. Benintendi, I think, is a pro's pro. He's going to continue to do what he does. All right. But then you got Costa Montgomery, Braden Montgomery. That youngster has got a lot. So I'm really looking forward to this. I think the White Sox will be World Series contenders when we go and get some real pitching.
Yes.
I know we have a lot of youngsters, a lot of young arms, but go give me one or two pitchers. All right, you got to pay them $25-30 million a year. Hey, bump it. That's the price of admission. That's the price of admission.
That's you want to play this game. You want to be an owner and win. But
I'm counting the days till Ishbia takes over because I don't think that dude has a problem. He ain't got no problems. He ain't got no problem spending money on. You put two frontline pitchers, a 1 and a 2, and then Davis Martin, and then Sean Berg, and then Shane Smith if and when he comes up again, and put those in the 3, 4, 5. Now we're cooking with gas. With the way that this team, I love it. But that's when I think they'll be. I can't give you a year because until they get that pitcher. Like we need to know that this guy's number one in a playoffs. In the game right. 1 of the World Series, who's your guy? Everyone's unanimously, it's this guy. That's the guy. That's
no doubter.
And so I can't give you a year. I can't give you a year for the question I asked you, just because until they get me that dude, then we might even make the ALCS. All right. I mean, you screw around there, we might win, but the World Series I just don't think we have the horses on the mound to take us where we need to go. Hell, I was watching the Ozzy thing yesterday during the hour and a half rain delay. John Garland, Mark Burley, Jose Contreras. 3 of the 5 horses were there. Mm-hmm. And that's what we need. We need horses. And so I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm just really happy that it's the meaningful baseball today. Can we do me a favor? Can we not pitch to PCA on the first batter?
I don't have a problem walking them this first, at least in the first inning. Like, send them. Like, I'd rather deal with them on the base pass in the first inning.
Yeah, we could leave them stranded on the base pass.
Hell.
At least he hasn't crossed home plate yet.
Not yet. But yeah, man, we're in alignment on that one about the pitching. You know what I mean? Like I said, if they went out and got that pitching this offseason, in the winter, this coming winter, yeah, man, they could be ready as soon as next year. But we don't know when that's going to happen. So we'll just have to wait and see. But like you said, we're trending upward. You know what I mean? Everybody's contract is, by far controllable, obviously, because you got a bunch of young guys. You're going to have to, I think the smart thing to do is probably looking at extending Murakami going into next year, as a good show of commitment.
Yep.
To winning and going forward and building on what we've done this year.
I would have liked if we were able to pick up Clay Holmes, guy the Cubs got. I would have liked that in our rotation. I really would have.
That would have been nice.
Yeah,
that would have been nice. But
the Cubs acted like a big market team and we didn't.
There can't be any surprise on that one.
No, definitely not.
And right now, Getz is just trying to sort out all he's got with his assets, and he's not jumping to, the price for these guys is high. You know what I mean? The trade deadline price is super high. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it'll be a lot more affordable in the off season. So
sure.
The thing that, in my opinion, what he's got to do. This is Chris Getz's biggest job this offseason. You need to go get a frontline or 2 frontline starters. Go in your organization. Who are my 3 or 4 or 5 untouchables? Okay. Narrow that down to 2 or 3. And I'll start offering those people. Because people are, at the trade deadline, you always pay a premium. Because teams know you need this dude, and you'll pay whatever to get to the playoffs or the World Series or whatever. In the offseason, it's not as dire. So they might the asking price could come down. So he's got to say, who am I willing to depart with? So,
yeah,
but I think that's what he's got to do, and if he does that, I think we'll be in a really, really good spot next year in the year, because I'm looking forward to the next few years with the White Sox, because I just think that the way that they play, I don't see Will Venable allowing them to rest on their laurels. I don't see them, because what have you done? Literally, Will be like, what the hell did you do? You won a division?
I don't see this going the way the last team went, the 2021 team. I don't see this going that same way, because first of all, Will Venable is going to head this up.
Yeah, that's nipped in the bud.
And I don't see that happening under his reign.
Yeah. Bro, great stuff, my man. I appreciate your time as always. Do me a huge favor, though. Let everyone know where they can find you and your work online.
You can find me Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Central, on the On the Go podcast. We are a part of the Chicago Clubhouse Network. So if you go to the Chicago Clubhouse Network, Thursday, that means tomorrow night, right? Yeah, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Central. Catch us on the Go. We discuss all Chicago sports and lifestyle.
Bet. Great stuff, man. I appreciate your time as always.
Always a pleasure, bro. Lots of fun.
We need another Tuesday Sox game.
We're going to get at least one more in before the end of the season.
Yeah, I talked to Ken. Ken wants to do one too. He's like, all right, cool. So maybe me, you, and Ken, and see if Jason wants to come down from Wisconsin.
Let's do it.
All right. I'll keep you updated.
All right, brother. Great talking to you.
Have a great day.
Care.
Guys, that's Emilio Bucks from the Chicago Clubhouse Network, the On the Go podcast. And baseball's good, man. Baseball's good in the Chi. Baseball is good. And it's been a long time. 2008 since both teams were in this type of position, over 500, I believe. And it's just really fun. White Sox got a lot of work to do today to avoid a sweep. And the Cubs are looking, see if the Cubs can keep their foot on the necks of the White Sox. Can they do it? We're going to find out. This White Sox team has a lot of resilience. And what I was saying the other day when they were trying to sweep Detroit, I said Detroit has a lot of pride. They're going to give you everything they got to not get swept. Well, now the shoe's on the other foot for the White Sox. Now they have to show their pride and their resilience to avoid being swept in Chicago. It's tough. That's tough. Wrigley's going to be rocking. How many people took the day off today to go to this one? You know what I mean? It's going to be standing room only again. Only this time it's going to be daytime baseball. So we'll find out. Let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk. There's a lot of talk in the chat room about our Bears. And as I mentioned earlier, Steve made a. It's not DeMarcus Davenport. It's Marcus Davenport. That's funny. I saw that earlier. I was like, oops. Whoopsies. Yeah. I'm excited to see how this plays out. All right. I'm excited to see how it plays out. I think that if he stays healthy, there's a chance he can be productive for us. If he stays healthy. And I know we want to throw money at that other end spot. Or I'm sorry, we want to develop, right? Which is why, because we've thrown money. We got Dio. And I know you can't fault or blame injury because it's not like he's an epic fail. God damn, dude. Like I need to see in these last couple games, I need to see you being a force. I need to see you being a menace. Cornelius says, like I say, the rest of the North is praying that Davenport doesn't stay healthy. He's a force when he's healthy. When he's healthy is the operative phrase. Black Diamond says it's not looking good for number 6. Rumor has it he's been cleared, but he is sitting out. I pray it's not true. Fudge. By 6, he's talking about Kyler Gordon. I don't know. They have Malik Muhammad in that slot role in the corner, in the nickel slot corner role, and just like Kyler Gordon was his rookie year, he's a little overwhelmed. It's a big adjustment. He's used to playing on the outside, and to go in there, you have to understand. And he talked about it with on the Chicago Bears Instagram page in their interviews. He's like, I got to know where my help is. I got to, you know what I mean? Like you have to know where your teammates are. If he takes an inside release, do I have help there? If he takes an outside release, do I have help there? When can I not let him get an inside release? When can I not let him get an outside release? All right. It's different. All right. It's much different in the slot because it's much easier to go both ways. When you're on the outside, if you don't line up on the inside of a receiver, there's really only one way you can go is outside of you. Because if he crosses your face, you're ready inside. And if you want him to go inside, you just line up outside and just refuse to. So it's a lot different because you have the extra defender there. But as a slot guy, these receivers are so quick. They have a two-way go. That's different. And then here comes the thinking part. Oh shit, he got inside of me. Oh damn, but I got a safety there. Or I don't have a safety there. These are things and you have to understand when you're not used to playing that spot, it's a learning experience. You saw how good Kyler Gordon became. Because if you remember, they were going at Kyler Gordon a lot when he was just a slot corner. His first year. They like, we got a newbie, we got a young pup, and they went at him and they got him. What happened? He grew up. He learned. Got more comfortable. He became more of a student. Said, okay, here's what I got. I got this guy here. I got this guy here. I have help here. I got help here. I'm good. Oh, man, lucky lefty. Mr. It's 5 o'clock somewhere is in the house. My money is on Austin Booker having a breakout year. If he stays healthy, we won't be talking about trading for Max Crosby. Okay. From your lips to God's ears, Luck. Because I really want him to have a breakout year as well. I like the kid. I like his motor. He's been in the weight room. You see him put on some mass. I just don't want his motor to stop. I need him to get more technically sound. Like you've had 2 redshirt years now. It's time for you to break out. You've got enough mass on you. I mean, I could throw another 5 to 7 pounds in you. That's fine. But your weight is not my issue. That's not the biggest concern for you that I have for Austin Booker. I need to know that his hand fighting is good. I know his moves. I need to know his counter moves. I need to know his counter moves are in the repertoire that he can throw out at any time. I need to know that his feel for the game. If you're push-pull. Okay, I need you to understand that when you can't spin, when you can't, when you should dip. I need to see your bend. All that stuff needs to be. I need to know that that's not only in your repertoire, but you know when to pull it out. No Diddy. You know when to use those specific moves. And if he does, then I could agree with you. Then he will have a much anticipated breakout season. Cornelius Squall says, man, forget Dio. Keep them young tackles, Vandenberg and Fanning. Loving. Also turn Jamrock Chroma loose. I love Jamry Chroma. When he came out of James Madison, he reminded me of, not Terrell Suggs, it was a dark brother. It was a dark brother who was just jacked. I'm trying to think of who that was. I could see him. And he had a motor, but injuries. So I think Jamry Chroma has earned some more playing time. And they had him at it. Dude, he might be a dude who can play inside and outside. So you get remember we've talked about NASCAR packages like the Giants did back in their Super Bowl run. They were one of the first teams to do that, to play 4 defensive ends on the line in passing situations. We might have a dude, we might be able to do that same thing. All right, GervonDexter, come off. Grady Jarrett, come off. Montez Sweat, Jamry Chroma, Dio Dengbo, Austin Booker. That could be a NASCAR package. And who was Junior and I were texting. You heard me say no Diddy. This Lynch guy, James Lynch, I believe, number 97, he's making a hell of a run to be on this team. And not just to be on the team, be in the rotation. I'm not putting him in the Pro Bowl by any stretch. But we need to be able to throw waves of defensive linemen at people. And the passion with which Lynch has played has caught the eye of this team. Caught the eye of me, that's for damn sure. I'm like, who's this? I thought it was Jordan Vanderbilt. Oh no, that's 97. It's not 96. It's not 96 2 plays in a row. That's 96 last play, 97 this play. Oh, 97 another time. Oh, that's 96. That's Jordan Vanderbilt. These two dudes could be the influx of youth on this defensive line. And you have a hell of a mentor in Grady Jarrett. Whether you like the Grady Jarrett signing or not, I think he's washed up and want to call him old man and joke about the fact that he was coming off an injury last year, whatever. You can do whatever you want. What you cannot do is you cannot disparage the man and say he wasn't a baller. You cannot talk about the man and say he doesn't want to help the young kids. He talked about he can't wait to give some of his knowledge to these guys. You got good defensive line coach. You got a probably a Hall of Famer in your defensive line room. You don't think these guys are going to listen to him? You don't think he can say, hey, young buck, try this. Hey, young buck, try that. Hey, young buck, here's how you watch film. Hey, young buck, let's watch film together. Let's watch film together so we can go over it and we can go over things in film to improve your production. So I'm looking forward to this defensive line. And we didn't make a lot of, and remember, that's what I said on Monday. Ben Johnson told us, I done told y'all, we're going to coach him up better. We're going to coach him up better. Well, there's no impactful moves made on defensive line. He goes, we're going to coach him up better. I'm paraphrasing, of course. But he said, we're going to coach him up better. You want to coach these guys up better? You're getting a healthy Grady Jarrett. I talked about training versus rehabbing. He didn't rehab this offseason. He trained. You got him. You got GervonDexter, who's in a contract year. You know he's got to show out. He wants that second contract. Then you got these young bucks who are frothing at the mouth in Lynch and Vandenberg to make this team and be contributors. This is what you want. You want young guys who want to contribute, and these guys want to do it. They're not saying, I want to be a pro. I don't want to be pro ball. I want to contribute to this team. So you can bet your bottom dollar, whatever the coach is saying, whatever Grady Jarrett is telling them, they're sopping it up with a biscuit. They're sopping it up with a biscuit, and that's what I love. Ryan Poles said, I want it difficult to make this roster. I want this roster to be a difficult roster to make, and he's doing it. So as much as Ben Johnson talked that shit, all that shit, and backed it up, Ryan Poles is starting to back his shit up too. We remember that press conference. We said, I want this to be a difficult roster to make. And God bless it, it's a difficult roster to make. That's what we need here in Chicago. That's what we need here for our Bears. We want people to come here. First of all, we had to get people to want to come here. That's done. People are going to want to come here. We got a quarterback. You have your starting quarterback. You have your play caller. You have the things you need. The quarterback, play caller are set. The way they won last year, had the opportunity to get to the NFC Championship game. People are going to want to come here. Cornelius Squall says Dexter better show up soon. Shit, he better show up for himself. You're damn right he better show up, because that James Lynch guy, that Jordan Vandenberg guy, they want to play. They want to eat. They're trying to get to their second contract. They just started. I got to have a good couple years. Because the contract they got, they're undrafted free agents. You get a $500 a month and a unlimited meals at Outback Steakhouse, an Old Country Buffet. That's what they're making. Trying to get that deal. They have that hunger. They have that desire. And Dexter better have that desire too. You want that big contract or the second contract here or somewhere else? You better show up too. You better start being a Mickey Ficky problem. You've had enough red shirt years here. Talk about Booker. You've had enough red shirt years here, GervonDexter. You just haven't put it together, and that's got to change for your sake. Because these youngsters are on your heels, and they're ready. They're hungry. Cricket Commission in the house. What's up, Papa? I said biscuit on the side, red beans and gravy. I ain't too lazy. Patty Lara's in the house. What's up, Theo Shawn? Means Jeremiah must be watching. Good morning, Mijo. Good morning, Jeremiah. And maybe Monica's watching as well. So now the running back room. Cornelius says, Chroma did what he had to do to get better. But I don't know what Dexter has been doing. Everybody is different. I'm telling you, Chroma had this look about him. His eye, the look in his eyes. There's a look that some people have. Like he's focused all on football, all on getting and being good, being great. I'm telling you, James Madison, he was a problem. And now that he's healthy, because that was his issue, his health. If this dude stays healthy, we have a rush, we have an end opposite Montez Sweat. He could be as good as Montez Sweat. Because I'm not convinced Montez Sweat is really, really, really good. All right, Montez Sweat's get off sucks. Chroma's get off is intense. It's sick. Him and Jordan Vandenberg got some kick-ass get off. He can lean. He's got great bend. He can lean into you. He can extend. Keep you away from him while he's rushing. I'm talking Chroma. And he's getting to that quarterback. I mean, he had the trifecta: the sack, forced fumble, sack, strip, forced fumble, fumble recovery. That was awesome. I cannot wait to see how this pans out. I hope this young man makes the squad. I hope this young man really becomes a factor. I'm talking about Jamari Chroma. I hope he makes the squad and becomes a contributor. He becomes a problem. He could be our Mark Anderson. He could be a Mark Anderson. If he has another game this week against the Bengals, because don't forget, they're practicing. They got joint practices going on. Probably today and tomorrow, take off Friday. Maybe yesterday. They didn't talk about it. That's a good question. I didn't check to see when the joint practices are. So it might be today and tomorrow? Yeah. And Tyson Bagent injured his hamstring. He said it's not serious, but we all know how soft tissue injuries can be. Yeah, he did. He got his first Baldy breakdown. Yeah, he did. So, great stuff. So, I'm looking forward. I love what we're doing. And then on the offensive line, man, disappointment. They're moving Theo back over to left. That just means that Kiran Amagaji and Jedrick Wills did nothing to separate themselves for that left tackle spot. All you can ask for is an opportunity. What do we used to say? Dear Lord, in the battle. Trying to think of the prayer that we used to say when I was at Curie. We ask for a chance that is fair. That's all they want. That's all you want is a chance. You got a shot. You had a chance. You didn't separate yourself. You didn't mold people down. You didn't. You know what I mean? Like and it's unfortunate for Jedrick. You're a first round talent. I don't know, and I don't know if you thought about this being your last shot. Maybe you're just because he seems like a really quiet guy. Just very similar to Darnell Wright. Just quiet, chill. But just because you're quiet and chill doesn't mean you don't become a maniac on the field. And I didn't see that. I didn't see the 10 overall pick type of talent. You're healthy. You took all of your last year off. You're healthy. So there should be no concerns. Oh, my knee, maybe this, maybe that. You're healthy. You sat out all last year to rehab. So you rehab the first part of the year, then the off season. Now you got to train. So why you're not doing what you did before, I don't know. Where's your love of the game? I don't know. That's the question that has to be asked. Why aren't you as a top 10 pick, first team All-America out of University of Alabama? Why are you not dominating the position that they drafted you for, that you were drafted for? It's got to come to here. Where's his mind? Where's his heart? When you have that skill set, and it doesn't show on tape anymore, at this level, you have to wonder where his heart is. He's just happy he got his initial rookie contract. Is he happy? I don't know. So we'll find out. Let me see. Last thing I want to see. I want to see this before. Yeah, 1 year, $1.2 million. So we signed a 4-year, $19 million contract as a number 10 overall pick in 2020. So he got all that money. He sat out last year to rehab. This year he's at 1 year, $1.2 million. Okay? So unless you invested that, I don't know what you did, Papa, but you'll see. Pardon me. Well, listen, 2 hours is come and gone. I want to thank my man, Emilio Bucks, for coming on talking White Sox, talking Chicago baseball. Those Cub Sox today. I want to thank you for coming on. Great stuff. Truly appreciate every time he gets to come on and talk, not just with me, but with us. And, of course, I want to thank you guys. The chat was lit like a mother hubbard today. Cornelia Squall's in the house. Patty Lara's in the house. Jeremiah's in the house. Maybe Monica. I'm not sure. Crooked Commish coming from the AZ. I love it. I'm grateful. Our guy, Mr. 5 o'clock himself. Lucky Lefty. Damani is in the house. I appreciate that, man. Good looking out. Black Diamond is in the house. Sean Walls was in the house. My man Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. was in the house. I want to thank everyone who was able to make it today. My guy, Mex Fighter, Roberto. He was in the house earlier today. Big shout out to him. Have fun at the Sox game with your dad, Papa. It's good stuff. Black Diamond, I don't know if I said him. If not, Black Diamond was in the house. So, good. Everyone, if I missed anyone, my apologies. Okay? My apologies. I appreciate the way you rock with me every show. And let's not forget. All right? It's time. Football season has started. Go to Sports Zone Chicago. Get your Sports Zone Chicago swag. SportsZoneChicago.com. Get your Sports Zone Chicago hats. Get your Sports Zone Chicago hoodies. You can get your quarter zip like the one I'm wearing now. Get your T-shirts. Get your FGB hats. Get your FGB shirts. Get your good, better, best hoodies. Get your good, better, best shirts. All right? Just go to SportsZoneChicago.com and get all your stuff ready for football season. It is here. It's here. All right, let me get out of here. I'm getting hungry. Even though I didn't go to CrossFit today, I took the day off, my day off, and I'll go Thursday, Friday. Listen, let your loved ones know you love them because tomorrow is promised to no one. Remember that. Okay? I hope you guys have a great day. What's the weather supposed to be like today? Oh, a high of 77. Beautiful. Beautiful. High of 77. Get out there, enjoy it, make memories. I'll see you guys on Friday. Boy, the SuperBack, I am out.
Come on, race the race. Get ready for the job and answer the clock.